Lockdown Bay Area week 2. Who would have thought it would have been 2 weeks of this lockdown? It feels like a lot longer. It feels like it's been a month. It feels like this last 2 weeks have just multiplied. It feels like the last 2 weeks have been a full month over here. Ladies and gentlemen, the line today is all the way over here and it curves all the way back around. Old people are not happy. Even though they're getting first dibs, they're still not happy. And that's okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's okay. A lot of people I've seen here today have paid for other people's groceries. Has somebody bought a gift card, a $50 gift card, and told me to pass it on to the next person. So there's some life left, there's some humanity left out there at the grocery store, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to week 2 of lockdown in the Bay Area. As you can see, Metro's closed. Metro is definitely closed, so if you drop your Metro phone, you're not getting another Metro phone anytime soon. So, keep your phone handy. Starbucks is closed. It was open the other day, but as you can see, it is closed as well. Jamba Juice over here is lightweight open, but only if you order online and you go through their app. Other than that, the only other thing open in this parking lot right now is Daiso. Ain't that something else? At the trip, huh? So let's see what's going on in the grocery store today. We're getting our checks on Monday, and a lot of my fellow grocers from other companies got maybe $1 raise or $2 raise on their hourly wages. We are just getting a check, and so I did the math, right? And so let's say somebody's getting $1, right? They're getting $1 on each hour. So I kind of summed up. And over here, like every 6 months, you get like a 50-cent raise. And so that adds up to $1 over the year. So I kind of summed up the last 10 years of raises at $1 and kind of just rounded up the increases and rounded up the taxes. And I got a good idea how much $1 per each hour will make you throughout a year. And so I took that, and I'm gonna check it with this check that we're getting on Monday. And if you guys are nice, maybe I'll expose it here. I don't think that's legal, but I'll definitely let you know whether it was in the demographic of this $2 raise or a check, so we can just see if this hazard check is in the bracket of where we should be, because we're over here exposing ourselves to the public at all times. In the trip. Other news in the grocery business. So it's a new bag thing going on right now. We're asking everybody to bag their own bags if you got your own bags, but if you don't got your own bags, we'll bag them for you in our bags. And so it's this whole sanitary thing. I've always been pretty clean, but it's taken depths where I never thought before, and then at that point I'm just all like, whoa! I'm surprised we never thought about that in the first place. Ain't it a trip? Ain't it a trip? But yeah, everything's still closed down out here. Not much is opened up. I got stopped again by a cop, so it's the fourth time I got stopped out here just for being the only one on these streets. Because I really am the only one on these streets. I'm the only one on BART. I'm the only one on the bus. And it's sad. It sucks. I miss people. I miss human interaction. Like even the people that would troll you on the AC Transit, or the people that are breaking things and talking to themselves, that's funny. Even they're inside. So it's like, hopefully everybody's dealing with this okay. We're supposed to be off lockdown on 4/19, right before 4/20. So because I'm a juggalo, maybe. I've always thought about that. It's just energy, right? It's just energy, because there's people that have even came to the store that, or even like coworkers that they've never seen a hatchet man on me, and they asked me if I was a juggalo. So maybe I got an invisible X in the middle of my forehead. It's a trip. What's up, Captain DeMarco, bruh? Hopefully you're blessed out there. Hopefully you all right. Yeah, it would be nice if we all got a $2 raise on top of that. I hate this shit. I need to get out. Oh, Cody, yeah, Cody, you need to stay inside. I'm not your parental or anything, but we can't lose you, Cody. We can't lose you, homie. We need you in this world. I wanted to talk, Cody. I wanted to talk to you about this too, because normally you're at like every show out here, and you're always outside. So it's good to get you good to get your opinion on what's going on over here. I thought you was Vatos. I am Vatos Locos forever, bruh. Don't forget. I definitely am, bruh. So what else is going on? What's going on in the world? How many of you seen the Tiger King? That it's quite interesting, bruh. But I liked it a lot. I didn't want to like it, but I liked it a lot. I suggest everybody check it out because it's pretty freaking fresh. Other than that, what's been going on in the world today? Well, the line's still pretty long. People are waiting patiently, but people's patience are running out over here. And we got an empty truck right here. I've been here since like 4:30, since 5:30. 5:30 I've been here. And normally I do these check-ins on my lunch, so you can definitely tell how like I work almost every single shift available to this company in 1 week. And it's not normally like that. And as you can see, check this out. I got another old school Trader Joe's shirt. Somebody offered to buy this off me today. Somebody legitly, I didn't ask a price, maybe I should have, but somebody legitly asked how much for this old school Trader Joe's shirt. And I kept it in pretty good condition. Normally I dry wash it, but I'm not trying to sell this anytime soon because these are very vintage now, as you can see. Also, as you can see, I finally found hair dye in this bitch, in this world that's all closed down. I can still use a trim. Anybody at the barber out there, holler at me because I can still use that as well. And so, Cody, yep. You know what? Joe Exotic should sign the Magic Ninja Entertainment, bruh. Hellboy would probably save the whole record label, but he's locked up, right? Is he still in jail? I heard things about it. Yeah, bro. Like, basically, it's about like animal people that hold animals captive in like home zoos and whatnot. Oh, be safe. Oh, trust me, I'm being safe, but I'm not being too safe. Not to a point where I'm paranoid about the whole world, but I'm being safe, but not safe. You know. But definitely, no matter who you are or what you do, this is affecting the whole world. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, it's gonna follow you. Try to avoid dirty people, bruh. Trust me, I'm trying to. I seem to attract these dirty ass people all the time. But people are getting cleaner. I'm noticing like a lot of people, they talk all this cleanliness stuff, but when they're coming in and out of rooms, they're not washing their hands. Normally, I've always washed my hands coming in and out of rooms, like especially here at the job. But you definitely see people eating and then talking and then leaving the break room without fully washing their hands. You know what I mean? It takes to wash your hands properly. It's gonna take a good like 45 seconds. You got to get every single angle. You got to get it between your hands. You got to get on the top of your hands, and you got to get on the side right there. And you got to really scrub the sides because this is where you're getting a lot of your dirt. You really scrub the sides against other hands, and you really got to get every single surface. I know those scruffaloes, but truckers, these dope, man. God bless, bruh. I'm sending prayers to you dealing with truckers, man. That ain't right. That's a whole nother man. And especially with all the shipments and that truckers are dealing. God bless. Truckers aren't getting enough love out here. Send 2 whoops to all the truckers in this world, bruh. Sitting there as well as all the customer service workers, as well as everybody that's home dealing with this struggle on an everyday basis. So I think like everybody's dealing with this equally. Nobody's better than anybody now. And it's great. It's a great thing to hear. What else? So I asked Joe Exotic. I mean that whole thing was fresh. But the whole Chris Benoit thing, everybody's really popping over the whole Chris Benoit part 1 and part 2 that Vice put out. I give the Tiger King a 9 out of 10, but I'm giving the Chris Benoit documentary a good 4 out of 10 because it was just a lot of stuff that we already knew. They basically interviewed a lot of other people that they already did shoot interviews with, that already got cashed out for shoot interviews. And Chris Benoit, man, me and Chris Benoit, we shared the same birthday, bro. We shared the same birthday. Oh man, they did take all the samples. No, we're not. There's no samples for us at all now. I lost all the weight since there's no samples at the demo station. The travesty, bro. It was travesty. And like all the extra atoms that we get back there, they're not back there anymore because of this whole thing. Nope. Normally it's a big old thing of cookies or mandarins back there, just waiting for a coworker to come through and scarf them up. They're not there anymore. So back to the Chris Benoit thing, bro. No, I 4 out of 10 for the Chris Benoit documentaries that just came out. We knew all that already. They could have went more in depth. They could have went a lot more in depth. They can actually, I think they needed to hire wrestling writers and whatnot, people that actually know wrestling to start making these things. Well, they got the New Jack one coming out. So maybe they'll learn. Maybe each one they'll learn more. Learn a little more. Proud of you holding business. Yep, that document with the trip. I didn't know. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you were in the inner know of all that, I definitely, that whole Kevin Sullivan thing. I predicted that years ago. Bruh. And Chris Benoit was killed by Kevin Sullivan. And they really, and you know what? They didn't really go too deep in Nancy Sullivan. She wasn't no angel, bruh. She wasn't no angel at all, And Chris Benoit and Kevin Sullivan will probably both tell you that, But yeah, thanks for the props. Thanks for the props, Jay. It's rough to be out here right now, but it seems like everybody's acting back. It seems things are getting back to normal, slowly but surely. It's like things are getting a little back to normal, even though we're on full lockdown right now, and the old people are all pissed. And every now and then you get somebody acting up. We do our best we can over here, Let's get a bigger. So the trick is. So everybody that's shopping at places like this, it seems like everybody's fully stocked on maybe not toilet paper and water. You may have to come early for that. But if we close at 7, if you come here at 6:55, you won't have to deal with the big line. Because it seems like once they hit 7 o'clock, they cut the line off and they push everybody in. So that's the best time to come right now, believe it or not. Trump is the angel. I believe it, bro. A lot of people said other presidents or other presidential candidates could deal with this in a better way, but there was no formula to all this. You know what I mean? Homeboy did as best as he could. Anybody would have failed in that same situation. So I carry a mask just in case there's too many people, but I can't find masks anywhere, bro. We just started dates at our job, at our place of employment. If you were watching Trials and Tribulations last week, I just had 2 days off. I just got back from 2 days off. It was Wednesday where they started letting us wear gloves and masks back on the floor, on the sales floor. And that took a lot. I had coworkers that just refused not to wear a mask, and they just went home. They just didn't want to deal with it. There was options to have them work before and after the stores closed. But the whole mask thing, there was a couple things like that. There was a couple things like the mask thing and the old people thing that we didn't really implement till 2 days after everybody else did. And I was sitting here and just kind of seeing what this company was gonna do, But everything seemed to work out in the end. Things take time. They have to go to corporate and come all the way back down. And so and it seems like it's been a long time, but these 2 weeks, it seems like it's been a month, So. And so things are back to normal at the grocery store almost, just a little bit. The social distancing thing is a big problem. People are definitely trying not to get into people's circles, and if you're in somebody's circle, make your way out of it ASAP, or else somebody's gonna definitely look at you some type of way, in this piece, and it sucks. Yeah, it does. It sucks. It does. I'm getting used to it though. I'm used to life sucking. I'm used to things not going my way. I'm used to having this invisible X in the middle of my forehead. So I'm used to it. I think it's everybody else that's definitely having a hard time over here. Mm-hmm. Pissed when I told them that they had to, yeah, I'm pretty sure they were pissed, bro. A lot of people were. They don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to hear. They don't like, they perfectly happy in the lives that they lived, and now that they had this big old shake up, they're scared. They're feeling some type of way. Well, DeMarco, tell them they make medication for such things. But yeah, I had a couple times where, like, I told the homeboy that, it's we can't really touch your bags, right? And he was like, okay. And it's just that it's people, they're not paying attention to things in front of them. And is that it? Privilege. Oh, okay, Captain Marco. If you tuned into my last Trials and Tribulations, Bay Area lockdown at the grocery store, I don't forget what number this is, but it was about 4 of them ago. We went over the privilege thing. It is. It's social privilege. It's definitely social privilege. I see that a lot. I see social privilege over here a lot. It's people that are so used to things at their reach, right? So used to being able to come in the store, being able to go to Starbucks and get a coffee whenever you want. Now you can't do that. But for people with social anxiety and whatnot, the system's perfect, because there's only 30 people allowed in the store at all times. There's a 6 feet barrier. There's 6 feet in between everybody. And so, I'm pretty much a people person when I'm at work, but outside of work, I don't like a lot of people around me. So this is nice. People are keeping their distance from me. It's nice. Give me some breathing room. But what the problem is people that are subconsciously, passive aggressively just getting into your bubble. You go on a BART train, and there's only you on that train, but then this person will want to come sit right next to you. And it's not somebody off the street or anything. It's somebody in a regular coat, or somebody that looks like they got some money. Whatever that is, that are just sitting right next to you, just to see what you do. Right now, I'll stay home. The essentials. They need to get essentials. Yeah, just the essentials. But then it gets people. But the people's own demographics in their heads. It's like, what's an essential? They'll make if some people will argue what essential is until they find what an essential is. And if it's essential to them, they'll go out. So I think they need a better name for essential. They think a social essential. There it is. Notice the Bay Area had $1 trillion companies, and none of them bought the. Yup, you're right. None of them. They're all holding it down. They're holding it down for sure. Oh, here comes another walker, you guys. Straight up energy vampires in this piece. Yeah, there's a lot of them out here, bruh. This is wild, bruh. We definitely went over those. We went over the energy vampires in a couple episodes of these, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Yes, we did. But yeah, there's a lot of people with a lot of money out here that aren't helping out. Everybody's staying. There's a couple celebrities here and there, but there's also celebrities being paid a good grip of money to say they got the coronavirus. I heard purely speculation at all times, motherfucker. It's a wild world, bro. But the past 6 months of my life have been freaking hectic as hell, So welcome. I say it again, welcome. Anybody that has a problem with the way things are, and they're not adapting, it's that privilege that we talked about. They're so privileged to life, just being at their fingertips, you know what I mean? And drinking at nice bars, and being able to socialize with people in high-class areas. Now everybody got to be home. I think people are going to learn a lot. People are going to learn a lot about this new world that we live in. I'm learning a lot about myself. I've definitely learned a lot about myself and the people I have around me, and how dependent I was on so much human interaction, and how many people, just how your days kind of shape up now are different, because there's so many different things aren't open. like they used to. And and you can't just, all right, let's go to Target. You got to hit Target at a certain time because there's lines and whatnot. Shrimp. Ain't it a shrimp? So, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get back to work. Yep. Lockdown Bay Area, thank you very much. I'm keeping everybody updated on the groceries at my place of employment. Definitely Monday, tune in for my hazard check, trials and tribulations, lockdown in the Bay Area. And, it seems like since I've been doing these live videos, a lot of people have been doing them now. And you're not doing it right. It's backyard wrestling is canceled, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's definitely canceled. That was never. I mean, I definitely had a problem with the backyard feds that I personally work for. Well, people would just be bleeding all over them, and they won't even bleach them. The same one would be on the same bloody canvas will just be flipped over, and it'll be on hopefully it is. I go, oh, yeah, Alicia, we're staying healthy. Mate Alicia, cheers to you. You're dearly missed over here. Definitely dearly missed at the grocery store. One more look at this line before I go. People are not happy. It's raining, and people are over this whole system that's going on right now. And we're getting tons of I've gotten hella attitude, but I've also seen a lot of great stuff here. I've seen people paying for people's groceries. I've seen people helping elderly people with certain items and whatnot. People are looking. It's a line right down the middle of people that are looking out for everybody, and the people that are in desperate need and are scared, and had the social privilege taken away from them. And so I suggest everybody do something nice in the world. Do something. I bought somebody some toilet paper here, just because they mentioned it and they needed it, and I had bought one, and so I came back and I gave it to them. I had it late, and I forgot it here over my weekend, and it was just chilling in my locker, and I gave it to them because they needed it. I can always go without toilet paper. So everybody out there, if there's a simple chance of doing something nice for somebody, do it. Tell them if their hair's looking good, tell them their hair looks good. You know what I mean? If it doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be a product. It could just be everybody's on the lowdown right now. Holler at a homie that you haven't talked to in a while. Holler at your mom. Call your mom. Call your dad. Call them, because I'm sure they'll love to hear from you. We're in dire times, ladies and gentlemen, and every single one of us needs to step it up for the better of humanity. Mind your energies.